This morning I would like to give some love to all the sellers. Now, I know that you have gone through the process before working with a realtor into buying the home that you probably have right now and you're looking to unload, whether it is to buy something a little bit larger or because the kids have moved out, you're looking to downgrade, downsize, and maybe move something smaller or warmer. But because you have watched too much HGTV or those reality shows about how to sell your home, all of a sudden you feel that you are an expert about selling your home. So you have decided to do what unfortunately a handful of folks decide to do, and that is selling the property on their own. Why should I pay a realtor a 5 or 6% commission when I can do things on my own? Now, that being said, unfortunately, you will find yourself in a predicament because by doing so, you are automatically finding yourself in a disadvantage when it comes down to bottom line. According to National Association of Realtors, Forbes magazine, and a lot of other sources you probably can go and look online, the average of for sale by owners and the difference between for sale by owners and owners who have hired a realtor is anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000 difference. So basically, on a $200,000 home, in instance, we're looking at numbers. You are going to pretty much forfeit, or you're willing to give away about $30,000 of your money just so you can try and avoid a commission of anywhere between $10,000 and $12,000. Now, again, if that is not an incentive of not doing things on your own, then I don't know what could be. But I will give you also other items or other points of why you should go with a realtor. First things first, realtors actually know the area, know the market. They know the numbers. So one of the things that a lot of times for sale by owners do is they either overprice or underprice their home or undervalue their home. The realtors know the area, and they will give you a concrete number as to what you should list for, and that is based not on your subjective listing, which I mean that a lot of sellers feel that their home will show better or shows better than the neighbors and the yard and so on and so forth, but on an objective level. They will look at the numbers, they will look at what the neighborhood has sold for or is going for, and that will also establish your concrete numbers. Another thing is, if you go that route, what you're doing, if you are undervaluing your home, you are doing a disservice to the neighborhood, because automatically, if you just simply giving away your home, now the rest of the neighborhood's value has gone down because you decided to just unload right away. Another thing you want to do is, another thing you want to keep in mind is, if you go with a realtor, and the realtors have access to the MLS. MLS is pretty much the main database that a lot of these real estate sites, internet sites, gather the information from, whether it's Trulia, Zillow, etc., etc. You name it, Homes.com, all of those, they gather the information from MLS. And only realtors, licensed realtors, have access to the MLS. So anything you see out there on the market through internet is gathered because a realtor has entered it. Unfortunately, if you're a for sale by owner, you have to pay for marketing if you have to do that. Another thing that you want to do is the time, or you want to keep in mind is time. The realtors are dedicated to showing your property, whether it is whether you're around or not, whether it's open houses and stuff. When you are listing it, you have to somehow be around. You have to schedule your time around folks who need to have to show the property, or they want to see the property. Another thing is negotiating. Now, you may be savvy, you may have done this before, and again, like, I'm not saying that this is a rule of thumb for everybody. I'm looking and I'm speaking always on a general perspective, you want a realtor who actually knows how to negotiate. Okay, with yourself, again, you may be savvy, but realtors know how to negotiate because, again, it's not just about the price, it's about other contingencies, it's about timeline, it's about closing costs, and so on and so forth, how to look at it. So there are a lot of things in effect when you are dealing with negotiation. It's not just simply the price or the bottom line, if you will. Another thing is that, and this is very, very important, when it comes down to legal aspects of things. If you are a for sale by owner, if you're choosing to do this thing if you're choosing to sell your property without a realtor, then you have to somehow be liable, or you have to, believe it or not, you have to hire an attorney to look at contracts. You have to hire an attorney to review these things, because you want to make sure that whatever you put in on paper that is legally binding, is not going to backfire you or is going to leave you out of any kind of litigations and proceedings. So when you are dealing with a realtor, realtors pretty much know the contracts in and out. And as I mentioned to you in my previous episodes, that the average contract today is anywhere between 40 to 60 pages, including addendums and anything else and forms that are included in that contract. So in order for you to put everything together, you're going to hire an attorney, which, again, that is the fees that you have to pay. So needless to say, folks, also another thing I wanted to mention is that when you are listing on your own versus using a realtor, again, the number of days on the market, it's a lot longer. You're looking anywhere between 27 to 37 days longer on an average, longer than you're listing with a realtor. And again, folks, you feel free to do things on your own. However, when it comes down to, bottom line is, talk to a realtor, regardless how it is, whether you choose to work with somebody or not. At least if you meet with that person, if you meet with a real estate professional, you have in your mind, you have at your fingertips more information than you initially had to, even if you decide to list on your own. But at least talking to somebody, talking to a real estate professional, it gives you an idea, okay, this is what I need to do. And you can make the decision whether I wanted to hire somebody, whether I want to pay 5-6% of commission, or should I just do all this other stuff on my own and just bite the bullet. Needless to say, folks, reach out, whether to me or to a realtor, and I'll be more than happy to give you a free valuation of your home. I'll be more than happy to just give you general tips and points of how to list your home better and hopefully maximize your return. Till next week, stay blessed and have a great weekend. Take care, everybody.